Hey there guys, meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you. We are heading into the early morning hours here on Sunday, July 1st, down in the Western Pacific. Tropical storm Prapiroon likely going to become a typhoon here in the East China Sea, pushing by Okinawa, though, as a severe tropical storm, very likely. The big thing is that Okinawa will be seeing the right side of the system, the stronger winds, but as we have seen in many storms past over the many years I've been covering this, Okinawa is built like a bomb shelter. Simply put, a storm of this magnitude should not cause any serious damage nor injuries unless people are outside doing something stupid during the storm. For example, a few years ago, one storm that caused several deaths in Okinawa because people were out along the shoreline taking photos of the storm instead of staying away from the line and out of the harm of those large waves, because in the right front of this storm, that's around the Naha area, we are going to be even seeing large waves in this particular setup. Moving off towards the north, though, this system will intensify. Right now, it's 35-knot winds. We're expecting it to pass by Okinawa with winds upwards of about 60 gusting to 85 knots, so a severe tropical storm. That's from the Japan Meteorological Agency, the official warning agency, Japan. But if you are U.S. military, you're probably more accustomed to seeing this. This is the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, a completely separate agency warning on the exact same storm system. They expect it to pretty much take a similar track, maxing out as a typhoon. Category 1 occurring on the Saffir-Simpson scale of 65 knots, gusting up to 80 knots there in the East China Sea, basically due east of Shanghai, passing by Okinawa, though, as a tropical storm. That said, let's take a look at some of these model outlooks that have on this particular storm. First, the Global Forecasting System, that's the GFS, the American model, which I feel actually does pretty well in the Western Pacific. Other people may disagree with me, but I think it does. And it shows this system staying just offshore of Naha, closer to a Miyako-jima. In fact, that's the latest run. The last run had it a little bit closer, so it's kind of wavering back and forth, but all in all, it is keeping it on this southwesterly track, pushing just south of Naha there. That would put many people there, even in the central areas of the island. I know that's where a lot of military are watching from, basically in a light breeze if it does follow up in this exact track. The CMWF model actually kind of similar. Now, this is a little bit different field, but if you look in the south side of the screen here, that is where our storm is. It actually takes the center closer to Miyako-jima, and even the winds a little bit less. The strongest of the winds, though, being on the southeastern side of the island, closer to the city. And the further north you go, if you head off there towards Okinawa City and the central locations, even around where the Kadena Air Base is, yeah, the winds are going to be much, much lighter, especially on the western side of the island as that pulls off there towards the north, and then eventually moves its way over towards Jeju-do there into South Korea, dwindling out. But the big thing is its impact here on the southern Japanese islands. Plenty of rainfall eventually as it does continue to pull off there towards the north. The model outlook I would like to show you is the high resolution hurricane model here, and that's HWRF. Take a look at this moving off towards the northwest. It actually tracks it slightly closer to Okinawa here on this particular outlook. Right here in the top left, you're kind of just showing you the wind speeds, precipitable water, so plenty of rainfall coming in with some of the bands it's showing here as we go ahead through your Sunday morning. There's your radar actually picking up on an eye developing, and then you got your pressure and your temperature down here on the bottom left side. Big thing you can really see actually with the radar one here is that the right side is worse. If you're over here towards Miyako, even extending over to Taiwan, I mean, they're going to be dry with that dry air flowing in, but Okinawa is a totally different situation with all that rainfall coming in throughout the day here on our Sunday as it does continue to kick off there towards the north, eventually getting improving conditions as we look around to Monday and Tuesday. So it's not a terribly massive storm system, nor is it the strongest storm that's ever hit Okinawa, but it is the first of the season here in the southern Japanese islands, and that pretty much means there are going to be people out there doing things that you probably wouldn't recommend. I think always take precautions in these type of systems. They could sneak up on you very fast. Those waves are still dangerous with those rip currents. Just stay out of the water. Yeah, just stay safe. Be smart about it. Thanks, guys, for watching. And as always, yeah, like I said, stay safe out there.